Hello, my name is Dr. Scott Young, and today I want to talk to you about buy local. Coming right up. So when you think about buy local, I swear to you, you've all heard this a million times. Today, we're going through a health crisis of nearly biblical proportions. We have people that are panicked around us. I've been talking to people quite a bit of the time, and I see people in their panic, and I say, at what time does panic work for you? If you have a burglar coming in the front door, it's not a time to panic. There's never a good time to panic. And I understand the idea of panic. I really do. But the reality is we can't panic. But we've seen that. Everyone's pulling back. There's social distancing and everything going on around us. And it creates a craziness. And it creates a fear. Then everyone wants to buy their stuff online. I want to throw out a few things to you that you need to consider. I am a local business in Tulsa. We have hearing solution centers, a very customized type of idea. But let's go through a little bit about this in this shutdown time frame in the March and April, and it might even go a little bit into May, but probably not. No, we can use the online platforms to purchase things. But one of the things that you haven't really thought about is how it affects when you purchase something online, how it affects the local businesses. See, when you buy something online, it's not that they're bad people there. It's that they're not paying the sales tax necessarily to the local areas. Now, some of them will have a tax that will come through that, but not always. Do you know one of the worst, and I've looked at this, in the state of Oklahoma, some of the worst people that don't pay their sales tax are the online or out-of-state companies, and they have troubles going after them. I pay my sales tax as a local business on purpose. Do you know that there are 30 million small businesses? 64% of all the net jobs that are created in the private sector happen from those small businesses, less than 50 to 100 people. 64% of them. When you support them, that's where that money goes toward. 45% of the GDP, that's the gross domestic product, happens through the small businesses. And when you shift your money away from them, then you see those shuttered areas. And when you shutter those areas down, you see the employees that can't go to work. And when the employees can't go to work, it starts to affect everything. There's a ripple that happens to everyone. And maybe this time of crisis is to tell us, hey, wait, pull back. Let's become neighbors with one another. I mean, can I just tell you what happened to me just today? I get an email from some guy in Cameroon, and he wants to come and look at hearing aids over here for his aunt, but he's from Cameroon and so is she. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm an audiologist in Tulsa. What are you doing? It sounded like a scam. I actually decided not to do anything with that because it didn't feel right. I mean, there are audiologists in Cameroon or in Africa or someplace else, but Cameroon to Tulsa doesn't make sense. When you pay taxes, when you pay sales taxes specifically, it builds the roads, it builds the infrastructure around us with that. And here's the biggest thing. I mean, even if you say, no, Scott, that doesn't matter to me. I still like to buy online and get it shipped to my house. Here's the reality. Do you know that the return rate on things that are from online are in the 30 to maybe 40 percentile? When you go to big box stores and you buy something as complicated as hearing aids, or you try to do eyeglasses from some of those eyeglasses firms that are online, or you're getting things like shoes. By the way, I have major foot problems. My wife has 4A narrow shoes. Now, we might be able to find something online, but guess what? I need to have that local place that has a narrow shoe for my wife and will take care of me and look at my shoes and fix that, because I'm on my feet all the time. You see, when we think we're saving money by going online, what happens is we lose that service. When you go to that local place, they're going to modify your needs based upon what you're getting. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm gonna go online and get my glasses, I go to Dr. Chris McDaniel. I'm gonna go online and get my shoes. No, I go to, I've gone to a Florio Shoes in Greeley, Colorado, and when I used to live out there. And now I go to a local place. Guys, these are the things that we look at as buy local. You're buying from your neighbors, and guess what happens? The return rate and the unsatisfaction rate goes down, because what we're doing is we're working with that local place who will find the answer. I'm about ready to buy a new phone system. I'm not gonna go online. I'm gonna do it from a local place. That's the kind of way that we handle that stuff. When we get through this crisis and we're struggling through it, I just recommend to you, buy local. It's super important to do that. It helps me. When you buy local, I have employees that you guys live right beside. When you buy local, what happens is that those people that are in your church or in your lecture group or in your bridge club or whatever are taken care of, and it becomes this boats rising higher. That's what we're looking for. And so I think this is potentially a gift from God that we could pull back, and we can pull back. And there's bad things that happen because of this COVID crisis. I get it. But when we pull back and we say, wait a second, what's important? It's the people that are around us. You're in the community for not just for the heck of a reason. You're in a community because you've chosen to be here. Let's buy from one another. Let's work with one another. Let's have a more loving relationship with one another. And I know that sounds so crazy off of all of this COVID crisis, but I actually someone was saying, Scott, how come you don't have any terror over this issue? I gotta tell you the reason. And it's a really strong reason. Actually, it's a dual reason. Number one, from 2007 to 2013, Hearing Solution Centers was, we were on the bottom of the rung. I mean, the business was nearly dying so much of the time. If I had too many patients asking for their money back for some crazy reason, I'd be sunk. And God sustained me. And in December of this last year, it's 2019, I was in a ICU. They were telling my wife, he is gonna die. This is in Denver. They were saying, do you have your DNR planned? Yeah, it's a do not resuscitate. He's not gonna make it. You're gonna see a video that's gonna be on my ministry channel, and you're gonna see some stuff about it. Man, I walked out of that thing 3 days later. Why am I not scared? Because guess what? When you go through the stuff I have to deal with, I just don't get worried about things. Trust me, I don't get worried about it. But you know what? I go to you that are local. Come to me that's local. If you're in Denver, you're in Philadelphia, you're in any place, go to those places that are around you. Now, I'm in Tulsa. Don't come to me when you're in Philadelphia. Go to the place in Philadelphia. I see this all the time. But when you're in Tulsa, come to us. and we're Hearing Solution Centers. So subscribe, check us out. But I just really claim back to you, buy local. Thank you so much.